Just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Anna. Anna, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Anna down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. Xnova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not gonna have vision over here. But no, Xnova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Anna. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Anna holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson, will blink dodge it, but another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Set jumps in, gets the call, onto F5, there's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything, it isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Set taken down by Ahmed. The triple buybacks now out as Anna in trouble. He's brought back for this one. The deafening blast. Those are the three of them, knocks the back, but Anna gets focused. Sam, he's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close to Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-heals, but OG, they've surrounded him. Sem jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I get the head for that with this team fight. The LGD are goal, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count, they bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be out. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right?
Yep.
It was up to a 15k gold advantage and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Anna's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon discount Jeremy, so protected and DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds it, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
Anna, he's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Anna's on his way over, they've got the snowball down, there's the Catapult set, jumps in, he's able to fight the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out, the Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB, he'll try and stand his ground, but Seb, he's going to go down, no buyback on the Axe, as Jerax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD, the Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom rune, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jerax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No-Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No-Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Ana, and Jerax. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jerax is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Ana up in the skies. As this Rax on the top lane will fall, the melee Rax gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top Rax, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Ana is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. He's in. The call, the EMP, the cannon, but F5 is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But it's not enough. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pods the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. There's now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball. The snowball over to Thompson. The self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No-Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No-Tail. No-Tail puts the hand of God, but No-Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Ana. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerax coming in, keeping Ana alive. Ana with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Ana trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time? Onto X-Nova. He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Ana again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jerax back in, the combo. Meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Pops the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jerax. Jerax is gone. Ana as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus? And X-Nova are so low. As the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Ana back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the charge, and they find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without 2 of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Ana, but Ana also toying with them with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb.
Yeah.
He's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call, though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Ana, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Ana again with the doppelganger. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Ana will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice gone for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No-Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion, though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. As Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost, so he's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back. Real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25 is now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refresher shot. There's no way to get this. There's no way LGD can come.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex that.
Yeah. The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE is
massive.
really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. For just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double Hex coming out now. Thompson and these 5-second BKBs. Yeah, I mean, they were crushing with their BKBs.
Being spotted out.
Got the vision. They're on top of it. Thompson, he's in trouble. The Nullify comes out, but he got the Ghost Walk off as well as the Hex in time. Now, Somnus turns up. The blood runs down. Thompson! He's dead for 100. Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
FY, just what a shadow blade. It just, yeah. As soon as they split up, he finds the perfect opportunity there on Thompson.
You got to be careful going out on the map when FY's alive. There's every chance in the world that he's going to be watching you from the trees.
And at this point, I think for Ame, it's actually going to be very worth it for him to actually just try and burn all the mana from the Phantom Lancer so he can't doppelganger all the time. That's causing huge issues in the team fights. And I see that Chalice is using his Dispel Magic every single cooldown on these Phantom Lancer illusions, but there's still way too many that are causing havoc in these team fights.
It's too constant. Like that doppel cooldown being 3 seconds just allows him to always be able to play around a little bit around the brew. They don't really have like this crazy AoE when you look at LGD's lineup to just clear out those illusions. It's really a lot based off them just trickling them down slowly with like the Shivas and the Radiants and knowing exactly which one it is.
Yep, he doesn't have the crit talent, but now he does have crit from that Bloodthorn coming out.
It's a lot of damage that Anna can offer to the fights now.
And Brewmaster without BKB, very vulnerable. Cold Snap, Bloodthorn, Berserker's Call. There's a lot of ways that they can prevent him from getting that ult.
He just commits it from the back, just to be careful.
Make sure that you can get it off and get some damage in onto the tier 3s. Anna's going to start to try and fight against these Primal Split Brewlings. He'll be able to find one of them. He has been silenced. He'll take down the Wind Panda 2 as well by the looks of it. There's only the Earth Panda prevails. Seb jumps and he gets the call onto the Panda, popping the BKB as well, so they won't kill the Brewlings off. They do force PSG LGD away long enough that Thompson does not have to expend his buyback. Thompson back in the game.
And then they're utilizing the PL very well too, by replicating him, sending illusions to get some extra damage on the tower. It's just one Rax left that's holding LGD away from Mega Creeps.
And they're straight out. They're ready with the aggressive play, OG. Thompson, can he find a catch? He's close to having vision onto X-Nova.
Should be able to find X-Nova. He is stalking him. He got sights of him for a second. He was a bit far away though.
Oh, the tornado. It's got him. Thompson drops the combo down upon him. The stun comes out though. Oh, the counterplay. Jerax is there though with the heal, the tether. Keeping Thompson alive with the Abyssal Blade down. Candace here with the hand of God comes through. Thompson still alive, but Chalice gets the primal split out. He's been stunned. Thompson, the cheese, he's fine. Thompson, he goes down. They get the kill onto the Evoker. No tail. Being chased by Arme. The bash is coming through, but the blade mail was already out from Seb. He tries to get the call off. The bash, the Cataclysm isn't enough to find the kills. Anna leading forward. The Bloodthorn onto FY. Gets the kill onto FY. FY bites back straight away. Anna looking towards Somnus again. The doppelganger. Arme on top of Thompson. Thompson being saved by Jerax. Jerax with the tether. Arme turns into Integral Gemma. There's the call. Seb, he catches Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes. The Hex. They've got Somnus as well. Oh, gee. Double kill for Seb. The clutch buybacks coming into play. Nobody has a buyback available right now. As OG stand with 5 alive on the map, 100 seconds without the Morphling.
This doppel talent is just destroying LGD. They have no way to actually find Ana. Like Ben said, the Brewmaster's constantly using the Dispel, but it's so hard to find the real PL amongst all these illusions in all this chaos of the fights with tornadoes and chaos meters and everything falling all over the place.
And look at this. The tier 3 tower falling. Ana frontlining it all. What's he scared of? The Blood Bride will come out. Chalice with the Shiva's Guard trying to initiate. But Ana He's poking, prodding, beating down, and on the side, Thompson jumps in. Chalice gets in with the big with the call. Seb, he's got the disabling Chalice to them. The damage they got on top of the Chalice. He's into the snowball. FY buying time for him, but now he's vulnerable. He gets hexed. He gets Bloodthorn. Chalice plays back. Straight back into the game. Anna trying to find his attention onto Xnova. Chalice leading forward. The Tornado going to be off the market. Only catches out the Bloodseeker, but Seb, he's looking for the follow. Jumps in, gets the call. The BKB was out in time. The Bananas on top of it. Did they have the damage? Seb's got the blade on FY.
Okay.
With the snowball again. Thompson, Jarax focusing the racks. Thompson gets the hex up onto Xnova. Seb healed up by Jarax. Anna still full health at the moment as the Brewlings are pushed back to the base. OG get the bottom melee racks. As still 30 seconds to play without the Morphling in the game. They move towards the mid lane. OG, can they really get it all here? The mid racks falling. They've taken a full second sets, 15 painful seconds for LGD.
They're gonna keep going. They want to claim their megas.
Another tier 3 falls. OG onto the final set of racks that LGD have left standing. Azana, he gets kicked back. He's separated from the team, but he has the double gagger. He's been ruptured. He needs help, and he needs it now. Jarek in with the turn with the hand of gold. Give it that double heal. The relocate as well. Jarek gets him out. As OG will successfully disengage before that Morphling's back in, as they found both racks. Jerax will die for this one, almost certainly, as he looks to tether across, but the nullifies upon him. He has buyback though, and OG just took so much away from PSG LGD, as they only have a lone range track standing on the top lane.
I can't believe it's coming to this. There's only 3 racks left in this game, and one of them is a range racks on the side of LGD. Buyback status. I saw X that was buyback, it was only like 600 or 700, which is crazy, but Jerax also kind of in that same net worth territory, looking at a very cheap buyback, but 2 in the game left. IO and the PL. PL is almost unkillable at this point. Like, even without the Wisp, it's still really difficult. With the Wisp, just don't even try.
We'll see this again. It's a save here from Jerax.
The control is just not there, and they don't have the way to kill all these illusions constantly. And of course, look at Jerax coming in, starts that relocate channel, and is able to get it off. No one gets the control on him.
Keeping it cool at the time that it means the most, but he's still able to crack a smile here in Game 4 of the TIA Grand Finals. OG making a stand, now leading 9K advantage in net worth. LD able to join us.
I don't believe they actually have any 4 staffs inside of LG. That's generally how you deal with a Scythe of Ice, and I think they can get a Scythe of Ice on the core, get a blink call, and that hero is likely dead without buyback at this point. So OG, I would say, definitely favorite at this point of the game, especially with PL having buyback. LGD, they have a couple minutes to think about what they want to do before this next Roshan.
Yeah, they can't be totally reliant on FY just getting these perfect snowball saves, or even like I saw in the last fight too when it was down bottom, he even tried like Walrus kicking the IO away from when he was tethered from somebody else. They need to find some other ways to be able to save, in particular that Brewmaster, who just time and time again is the most important hero, it does seem, for LGD.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they do with the BKB call. The snowball is the only thing, but they have Bloodthorns, they have Scythe of Ice for the Tusk, they have a lot of things available. Maybe Aeon Disc perhaps for Brewmaster. I'm not exactly sure what the best way for him to deal with it is. It looks like he is going for an Octarine perhaps for almost permanent.
The sentry's down though. They see Thompson, but Thompson, he's already quick with the play. The Tornado into EMP, Cold Snap as well, they've got the Hex, but there won't be any further jumping. They just poke at Army.
They're trying to make space.
They got the Mega Creeps.
That's the distraction play right there.
Up against the Mega Creeps. PSG LGD, it's what stands between them and the championship title here in Game 4.
And they got it right before that wave, before that 59-minute mark too, so we already have the Mega Creep wave coming in, that momentum pushing onto LGD's side.
And you look at their lineup, can PSG LGD's heroes deal with the Mega Creeps? it's hard. They don't really have that sort of incredible D push or AoE sort of hard hitters to deal with it.
That's kind of what they've been lacking in a lot of this game, right? That's what we've been talking about with the illusions with the PL. They've got ways to find them if it's, or ways to kill them if they find the exact one, but as for doing that, it's very tough when they don't have just the Dispel from Chalice.
And he does too much damage to ignore at this point with the Bloodthorn. And on top of that, Roshan is going to respawn in about 1 minute's time. LGD, I think their buybacks are going to cool down around that time, but I just don't think they can withstand this onslaught. They really want to be able to prevent this Roshan. It's super obvious when there's Mega Creeps. With Mega Creeps, that's the luxury that you have. You can just wait a couple of seconds. You know, the creeps will be hitting at your T4s if you wait.
As Ana commits forward. Has no boots, but a full Eye of Scotty. 3,800 health now on this PL, who hasn't been dying for a very long time. Now he's got easier ways, easier kill opportunity, and much more survivability.
Yeah, he probably has like maybe 7,000, 8,000 HP effective with the Butterfly evasion and the heal, and overcharge, and the Hand of God. It's just way too much. And the lifesteal from Shen too. Another ability.
OG clearing out the pit. Very, very soon to be spawning. Roshan and PSG LGD are well aware.
Roshan's up. It looks like only OG knows.
Oh, mate, yo, Anna. Indeed, some illusion. Actually, Army's gonna get caught out by the tornado though. They've opened up onto him. Army trying to get on top of Anna. The BKB popped by Chalice. He'll get the ult out. No-Tail getting got out straight away by F5 with the snowball. No-Tail's dead for 100. They'll get the Chen. Anna, in the midst of it, trying to lock down onto FY. The rest of his team about to come over to get the tornado. Out onto X over Seb. Looking for the cool control onto Arme. Has he got it? Arme getting stood up by the cold trap, but he's able to wait for him up the high ground. Thompson blinks in. He gets the hex out, but FY with the snowball save. They get the bash out. Soldiers will be able to find the IO, but they're fully low OGD. That Soldiers there for 2 minutes. They get Thompson. Thompson there for 2 minutes. Only Anna. Anna, can he do it here? Is it half out? Save! Lifetime as 3 dead now on LGD. No buyback. Simple fall. Anna kept alive off the back of that fight, as that very much looked like PSG LGD were able to tip OG over the edge, but that plus 100 Berserker score, you could see Seb as well being very careful with how he used it, keeping it to that opportune moment after any potential sort of Manta dodges have been done by Thomas Arme, and he gets the call.
9 doppelgangers used just in that area around the Ancients from the PL. Just the constant barrage of illusions giving that distraction to allow Seb to get that call off.
And that's another Roshan for OG.
These fights have to be so hectic for the players. There's like 30 PL.
There's just both sides. I mean, even the Enchantress is like taking a PL, and then the Morphling turns into PL.
I'm just impressed we haven't had any frame drops. You know?
That's true.
Azana down the middle lane.
Just walking down with a DD.
That's ESforce. Anna says he's done with this. He wants to end this game. The buyback will come out from FY. Anna. It's going to be snowballed. Anna. He's in. He's not got any backup on the way. FY will be able to get up with the invis, but this doppelganger just over and over again, meaning that Anna could just stand in. Now he's got the backup of Jerax. He gets Hex. Oh, he didn't expect it. He didn't expect the Hex, but he's still fine. Jerax had the Odis, but X-Nova into the snowball. They'll turn towards Jerax. The Hanagon coming out. Jerax has been nullified. They hit doppelganger once again. X-Nova. He will survive for now. But buybacks were forced out by that aggressive play from Anna. At the same time, Seb did buyback himself on the Axe. But LGD are back up as a full 5-man.
Jesus, this is insane.
I mean, Otto was super safe there. I'm not exactly sure why Seb bought back, but I mean, he has Heart, he has Wisp behind him, he has Aegis, he has everything. His buyback.
And as you can see there, that is the big difference. There are 4 buybacks available on OG. Only 1 available for LGD.
Oh, this momentum pushing in. And an Arcane Rune up top. If they give that to Ana, oh my god. Even more illusions, even more doppels.
Oh.
Let's go.
That is
2.1 second cooldown.
2.1 second cooldown.
Oh man.
Okay. Azana,
This is it.
he's ready to put it to use. Straight into the base he goes, doppling forward, he gets the jump onto Xnova, the Ghost Scepter keeping Xnova fine for now. Anna looking to turn his commitment towards Arme, Thompson comes in with a deafening blast from the side, the EMP finishes Xnova off, he's dead for 110 Seb, pots the BKB, looks for the cool control onto F5, but F5 does get the snowball off in time. Arme looking on top of Jarrett, but Thompson turns, they get the Hex out onto him, he'll get himself back into the ball, the BKB's out in time as Arme cuts down Roto with a waveform, finds the kill. Anna looking to get on top of Arme, the BKB's about to wear off, the Mega Creep speeding down upon the edge of the energy. Seb in again. The call on top of Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes. The Chalice. BKB pop. And he's trying to commit, trying to deal with Anna. Anna being silenced by the blood right. But the ancient is falling. The Hex is out. They're going to be able to find themselves Chalice. 3 dead on LGD. OG hitting the ancient. Hitting the ancient. Weird guy. Weird. Again, John. FY. He's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Arme comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
I mean, yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, Ame's coming in this here.
Got to be
Watch
careful who
Jerax.
shows up top. Indeed, Jerax is going out on his own. He
Dire
doesn't
team
expect
back.
Arme to have this invis route. As Arme will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Someone is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick. Radiant team pick.
Beastmaster.
Dire team pick.
Witch Doctor.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Ladies and gents, welcome to the first game of Khan versus Team Unique. It is a best of 3. It is going to be the only best of 3. The FTM versus Windstrike match has been moved today, so that will be coming out in a later date. But for now, we're going to be focusing on Team Khan versus Team Unique. So, looking at the lineup so far, Beastmaster and Witch Doctor picked up for Khan. Team Unique going for the Treant Protector and the Jakiro. Something a little bit different there. Well, I say different. Jakiro is starting to see play in pro matches. Treant Protector, always a good hero. Always one of those that, you know, he's got the... I'm lost for words. The potential to be picked. You know, he's got that utility on the heals from the tree armor. You can restore the health to towers as well, so it slows pushes down. It means if Team Khan don't take towers straight away, then they have to siege from the very beginning all over again, as the bans so far are the Nature's Prophet Enchantress, Timbersaw, as well as the Death Prophet here for Team Khan. Team Unique taking out the Phoenix, and I think every single caster's talked about how this is the best support in the game at the minute. With the Lycan, the Shadow Demon, as well as the Quap and the Clockwork. Clockwork is starting to see play again, so immediately he goes back on that ban list. Phantom Lancer, the 5th ban here for Team Khan. So, Khan, what do they want to go for? I assume this is going to be the Beastmaster in the offlane. Witch Doctor can be played as the position 4 and position 5. So you want a hero with a little bit more early game impact, like a Clockwork, like a Treant Protector, Tusk, Tiny. Who else am I looking at here? Who is a good position 4 that would actually go well? Clockwork actually been really good with the Beastmaster, the Witch Doctor. You know, you get those casks going. The Roars as well means that you've got a lot of lockdowns. So the Clockwork, even before he gets his Blink Dagger, before he gets his level 6, and can hook in. You know, he's still got the setup to get up with the Battery Assault, get in with the cogs, and really be a nuisance on the lane. So obviously, Team Unique see that, they say, we don't want to play against that.
Team pick.
Grimstroke.
Ooh, Grimstroke. Ember Spirit and Void Spirit are still there. Nature's Prophet has been taken out, so...
Admiral Conker.
Conker? Yeah, okay, good, strong hero. He's been picked up quite often the past couple of months. He's just one of those heroes that you look at and you think, he does what he does and he does it well. He's got a lot of he can set up with the X marks the spot. He's got the torrent. Obviously a setup stun is appreciated there, but it means that you can drag someone back into an ice path. Obviously the torrent boat setup there as well. He does a lot of damage to cleave with the Tidebringer, so the push potential is there. Slurk is a good combo with the Grimstroke. By the time you get that leap in, if you hit a pounce, by the time the pounce leash wears off, Grimstroke has that ink swell out. It's an extra stun, it's extra damage. The Stroke of Fate there as well. To set up for pounces, if you hit a Stroke of Fate, that's an easy leash with a pounce for the Slurk. So good combo there. And again, goes with similar heroes with the Ember Spirit, Void Spirit combo with the Grimstroke. who could still be picked up for the mid lane. It's absolutely amazing combos there. So there's still the options for the mid lane. Luna could be picked up by Team Unique. We've been seeing this Luna picking up Helm the Dominator. Going for the points into the bounce. No, sorry, not the bouncing glaives. Going for no points into the bouncing glaives. Actually going 404 into the Lucent Beam, as well as the Luna Aura, which then gets buffed up because the Luna then goes hunting for an Alpha Wolf.
5 seconds.
Adds to the damage that everybody can do. And that seems to be the build at the minute. Just having the Luna be buffed up by the Helm of the Dominator creep, and then starting to go into the bouncing glaives a little bit later on in the game. So, and you get good regen as well, good stats from the Helm of the Dominator. It's an item that really makes up for Luna's weaknesses at the minute. So yeah, Luna gonna be picked up here by Team Unique. Khan and Team Unique have both one hero left to pick. I assume Team Unique, it's gonna be an offlane hero. They need to decide who they want to be playing up against the Slack. Meanwhile, Khan, I think it's a mid laner. I wouldn't mind seeing Team Unique pick up the Mars or the Legion Commander just to keep the Slack locked down. You know, you've got no way at the minute for Team Khan to escape. Does the Pounce? I don't think the Pounce goes over the Mars Arena. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Mars. It's a good setup for the Eclipse coming out on the Luna, good for the Bow, Ice Path, Macropyre, even the Tree and Protector's Overgrowth. You know, it synergizes well here. It's hard for the Slack to stay in the lane with the God's Rebuke coming out, and as well as the Spear. They ban out the Bristleback, who has seen, again, another resurgent hero. Okay, it's going to be the Invoker, which means it's an off-lane Kunkka. Yeah, I guess with the Tidebringer, you know, that's hard for the Slack to just be taking sustained damage. You know, once Kunkka gets it up to level 2 or 3, and he's going to be able to put that out a lot quicker, level 3 or 4, I should say, he can put it out every few seconds. It's going to be harder for the Slack to sustain in lane when he's taking the aggro from the Tidebringer, from the Kunkka. Not even needs to run up and right-click him. Might force out the Dark Pact for the Purge, Shadow Dancers as well, before he really wants to use them as a Slack, just because Kunkka, obviously with the X-Max spot, Slack needs to get away from those, otherwise he's going to get dragged back into a Tidebringer, into a Torrent and a Boat. So yeah, from what I can see, off-lane Kunkka, Invoker, again, probably going to go back for the Spirit Vessel on a...
You may now select your heroes.
Is it the Invoker, though, that goes for the Spirit Vessel? I have to find out. 19 team, yeah, is playing the Invoker, so that is going to be a mid lane Invoker, BCZ on the Kunkka, so the off-lane Kunkka with Illusion on the True Protector. Vanscore probably moves himself into the safe lane with Palinsamos, 2 ranged heroes there. 2 ranged heroes that do a lot of harass. So Cheshire Cat in the off lane does need to be careful. Pubba on the Witch Doctor. We've got Yamich on the Grimstroke, Naive on the Slack, and Arrow playing up the puck in the mid lane. So yeah, Cheshire Cat needs to be careful. I wonder if it's going to be Pubba or Yamich that goes with. I assume it's going to be Yamich with the Slack, Naive in that safe lane again, just because of the Inkswell Pounce combo, the Dark Pack damage coming through from that as well. Meanwhile, Pubba going to be helping the Beastmaster, because we've seen Witch Doctors go for that Voodoo Restoration quite early on. In fact, first or second level at the minute, just to help himself stay alive, as well as the Beastmaster stay alive as well, or the offlaner, whichever lane partner he has, stay alive as well. So Slack can get out of the ultimate, right? Okay, so yeah, that's what it wasn't. I wasn't sure of the interaction, because it's not like a snowball where he's put in like a banished state inside the snowball. He's still a physical Slack trying to leap, so I wasn't sure if the leap was interrupted. So thank you, chat, that is good to know. I know you're only going to hear this 3 minutes later, but still, it is good to know. Team Unique immediately going to go for the 5-man smoke. They do have the setup. If you look... Oh, okay, Dual Breath's been taken, but the Cold Snap's there. Okay, Lunar Blessing.
I will commit this to
Prim Protector hasn't seen anything just yet. What's Kunkka gone for? Kunkka's gone for the Tidebringer, so you're going to be looking for the damage from the Cold Snap for the control here. It's going to be a 2-man rotation, just looking for whoever's in. I guess there is wards up here now as well for at least Yamich, who's going to get a really deep mid lane ward. That's going to be really nice to see the couriers coming in. But yeah, as a 5-man, now they know where Cheshire Cat is. Are they going to try and move out? They maybe try and move out, steal this one, and move out to steal this one as well. But oh, Slack, did he see somebody? They have the vision here, so they're going to see Naive rotating in. Oh, where's the Cold Snap going to come through? He's actually gone for the leap now, so he's going to be able to get that pounce away, but with the tree and throwing out the Nature's Grasp, is this going to be enough here? Because that is going to be a lot of damage on Naive, but just not enough to finish him off. So now they know where he is. Oh, Yamich, that is pretty bloody brave there, mate. And it's going to be a race to the bottom bounty runes. Illusion does have the slow with the Nature's Grasp. Cold Snap comes out now as well. Yamich Nature's Grasp is there. He's going to be taking a whole lot of damage. This could be the first one. He's going to go for the TP with the Dual Breath. Do they have enough? They do. BCZ comes in with the Tidebringer. So, the tips coming out, being traded off. It begins. At least the voice lines, you know, haven't started coming out yet. So, Puck in the mid lane. As 19 trying to do what he can. He gets a little bit of experience, as everybody does from that first blood. It is going to be good for BZZ though. It's actually going to be an aggressive lane with Palintimos playing the Luna. Because Witch Doctor's playing solo off. Beastmaster here. I guess I just wanted to see what carry came up here. What position here from Unique. And then you look for the rotations. Yeah, so Beastmaster's going to TP bottom. Palintimos.
Did I hear a squeak?
Okay. Oh god, we're going to be playing musical lanes again. I don't mind this strat when you're going to try and go for your preferred matchups. But at some point, you just lose so much XP from constantly doing this, constantly TPing, constantly moving yourself up and down the lane. Pub's taking a lot of damage. Naive moves himself down. So Naive actually wants to be up against BZ here, and not the two ranged heroes, I guess. Yeah. It means you're gonna be taking, well, you're gonna be taking harass from the Tidebringer, but you're gonna be taking hell of a lot of harass than two ranged heroes that can just sit further back and right click you down, throw your spells at you. So Naive preferring, god, Luna's already on the march here, and this is what I'm talking about. He's gonna get to lane, and Slark's already gonna be level 3, potentially on his way to level 4. So Illusion gonna be taking a Cask and a Maledict. It's a lot of damage here now as well. Trim Protector actually went for the Leech Seed. So is it going to be enough to survive on the chase from Pubber? He's still throwing out these right clicks. It might not be. It is only a level 1 Maledict. So it's not enough as Palintimos gets himself down. Yeah, so he's level 2. Naive, level 3. A level above at least. He shows. Does he wait for the bait TP onto Naive? Just shows and then TP straight away. Cass comes out onto Train Protector once again, but Maledict not going to be thrown out this time. So Luna, I mean, she does have a catch-up mechanic with the Moonglaives a little bit later on, but going to be setting a level behind Naive here. Just in terms of levels. Yamich does get Liquipedia the Dual Breath onto Cheshire Cat as well, so the slow from Vansco onto both heroes. BZZ has the turn, no X marks the spot. Well, it was teased. That animation was there, but he's not going to be throwing it out, as both of them do get slowed by the Stroke of Fate. Take the damage. Bottom lane, Train Protector Illusion might just be coming in with his right clicks just to harass out Naive. Yeah, that damage, you've got to look. 97 underneath the Lucent Aura as well. And the Lunar Blessing, sorry. It's another 15% base damage, as well as armor. So Illusion, what's it ticking up to? It's a hell of a lot. The stun, the Marduk comes through. Illusion, though, it's going to be able to get himself out. Did he do the damage to Naive first? He's going to be able to get himself the leap away. First blood comes through as Cheshire Cat rotated through. The balls do the damage. And Palinsimo's being forced back. Naive, only level 3, so it doesn't have the Shadow Dance. Doesn't have that regen there. Obviously, 5 minutes in, you're not really expecting him to be on that Shadow Dance just yet. As it again, he starts to move himself up to the top lane, so it is just going to be the TP down by BZZ. And Palinsimos holds as Naive gets himself up to the top lane. Maybe with the torrent, it's going to come out. Cheshire Cat though doubles back. Lucent beams. Cheshire Cat, he's pretty tanky, especially with this buckler. It's really hard. You've got to look 7 armor at the minute, as well as the regen coming in from the Ring of Regen. It's really hard to take him down without being able to drag him back. You know, dodging off the torrents. No Max's bot. Oh, top lane, they get the kill. Vance course, so the rotation from BZZ not quick enough. Puck trying to get himself away from this. Illusion is close by. Nature's Grasp comes out, slows him down. The TP though, it looks like Puck just going to be able to get him. No, the cold snap cancels it off. One more right click and arrow will be broken. Here we go, musical lanes once again.
Did I hear the squeak?
And Naive has a TP, so can just TP himself back down to the bottom lane, and Palinsimos will have to chase.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just gets himself a little bit of fun. But Yamich is up here. Do they just sit as a tri lane? Let Cheshire Cat soak XP. It looks like it's going to be try versus try for now. Probably going to be dual branches afterwards. It's going to be the 8-1 now as well. Does have the loot to come out. After that stun, the damage will be that they take down Van's core, but the return kill onto Puck now as well. Illusion chasing it back. They have the vision to see if Naive TPs with him being a little bit away. Though I don't know if the Luna would have time to move himself up, get that Lucent Beam off. Yeah, okay. Just TPs himself down on the bottom lane. Cheshire Cat probably rotates up now at some point. Leap comes out. BZZ though will expertly dodge it by moving off to the left. Who knew? Great strat. The roar, it comes out onto BZZ. He moves himself back into the lane, in danger now as well. Dark Pact as well as the lead. Kunka, it's going to be a whole load of damage, but the X-Monster spot comes out to Cheshire Cat as 19 TPs himself down. There's the EMP, the damage coming through onto... Is he going to be able to get himself away from this? I don't think he does. Cheshire Cat killed off Van's core for Heroes bot. It's Naive. Moves himself back. No TP for 22. Palinsimos does have the TP. Has 1 point into the Moonglaves actually, so does want to be picking those up early, I guess. As Cheshire Cat moves back to top. Bottom lane, Illusion's going to be coming through the trees. Does he see Pubba? I don't think he does, so he moves himself all the way through and around. Just looking to spot them out. Pubba, though, moves himself so far back. DD. For the bottom rune spawn, this is going to go the way of Puck. He gets himself a regen pop, and then a DD rune to follow up. This is going to be really nice for him with a Dream Coil to throw out. If you can find 2 or 3 heroes, God, not even 2 or 3, because there's still the cast to come through. Naive with the pounce. Illusion's been maledicted up. He's trying to heal himself up with the Tango, so it's not going to be a whole load of damage for him. They do see Van's core now, though, as well. They're going to go for the Dream Coil onto the Jakiro. So, where's the follow-up from this? He doesn't look like it's going to come through. The Dual Breath Van's core, just trying to do what he can. But Arrow gets a courier, gets a kill, gets himself a rotation back into the mid lane. Good rotation there for him with the DD. Still only about halfway through. Going to be able to use that on lane. goes Luna. The Eclipse does come out now. 3 points into the Lucent Beam. Oh, bot lane. Okay, BZZ gets the kill onto Pubba. And Naive just needs to move himself back into the trees. Illusion, though, the leap comes out. Illusion will be able to move himself around. His Renacious Grasp slow. Just gonna hold it because Naive is away. Even throws out the taunt. Top lane, though, it looks like they're going to be able to take down Luna, even with the Ice Path. The rotation here from the Puck. A lot of damage comes out from Arrow. X marks the spot. BCZ does have the boat to throw out onto Yamich. Yamich going to be dragged back into a boat torrent combination. The damage, one more right click with the Tidebringer should be enough. They do get that kill on that bounce. Because they turn targets up to Cheshire Cat. Ice Path going to keep him locked down. The damage from Illusion, they keep that for BZZ. Arrow. No X marks the spot as Cheshire Cat does take down Vanscourt with the ball. So Arrow has that orb, gonna throw it out, but BCZ can move towards that. Has the X marks the spot in, well, it's only level 1, so only in 10 seconds. As Naive, no mana for the torrent, so this outpost snatch, it is gonna be there in time. Arrow has the dream back up. It's just going to be broken by Kunkka. Does he want to try and turn this one around? Yamich comes in with the silence from the Phantom though now as well. Illusion uses the Overgrowth. I still think there's a whole lot of damage unless he can get rid of this Fountain right now. BZZ gets taken down by Naive. Illusion though, one more right click. Arrow tries to heal himself up with the salve as well as that phase shift. So they were able to cut down Illusion. A good fight though, taking down 2 even with BZZ. Trying to go further and take down Arrow, it just wasn't to be. And Arrow playing that on pretty much no health the entire time. Bait mate, you're 2 from that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane, Naive. Just being a little bit aggressive underneath this tier 1 tower. Illusion is using that living armor just to try and keep this tower from being damaged. It is regenerative as well, little by little, but it looks like Naive as well as Yamich, they want to get through this top tower. They throw the Stroke of Fate out, so Illusion is going to be taking that damage. Just have his regen boots, can move himself through the trees. But, well, no overgrowth at 28. And there's no rebuttal here. It looks like they are just going to give away this tier 1 tower top. He tried to go for the deny here, Illusion, but it wasn't to be. As bottom lane, they get the kill with the Macropire onto Pubba. So a tier 1 for a tier 1 as support. Looking like a good trade here so far for Team Unique.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And BCZ wants to carry on. He does have 4 points into the Tidebringer. The damage is there. Mid lane, Puck dives away to the orb. What? Okay, not picking up a room. It actually spawns. What? I think. Yeah, 19 gets himself a haste. What's he gonna do with it though? Because there is still creeps in the lane, so it looks like he's just gonna try and farm up, and then maybe move himself up. Because there's aggression again in the top lane. The leap comes out, but Illusion back into the trees, so it doesn't latch here now. Naive. There is an overgrowth. They're going to try and move themselves some final kill onto Naive. It doesn't look like it because there is an outpost that Khan can engage from. If they get into trouble here, Naive, as well as Yamich, the rest of the team can come into that outpost. It's a little bit longer than TP into a tower, but it's still a response. So Naive, he's feeling fine farming this up as Illusion. Just keeps moving himself through the trees, just trying to maybe soak XP where he can get it. Yeah, again, the Nature's Grasp comes out. Oh, Naive, is he going to try and go for the pounce? He's not. Just not in range as Yamich. TP spot because there is going to be a fight breaking out as Vanscourt takes down Cheshire Cat. 2-man Dream Coil. Is there going to be any follow-up on this? X marks the spot onto Arrow. The bow's going to be there. Now as well, but with the orb. Oh, the overgrowth. It's going to be missed, but the Lucent Beam does still carry on with the Eclipse. Chasing forwards. Ice Path now, it's just going to be onto the neutral. Down to the also tier 2 to see if they can catch it. If they do catch Pubba, Cash doesn't bounce to anyone else. And Yamich in the trees, but Illusion, master of the trees, does come across him. Could have taken a couple of shots from the tier 2. Inkswell doesn't actually hit onto anybody, and now back with Elusive Beam. Yamich once again, Illusion the Tornado. Is that going to be enough damage as Cheshire TPs himself back into the fight? Doesn't have the roll for 40 seconds. So they might again try and trade tier 2 for tier 2 as Naive carries on farming off his top lane. He is going to TP himself down now underneath the vision. Tron comes out onto the Beastmaster, does have that roar in 30. But makes his grasp PCZ. Needs to get himself back onto disarm from the Deafening Blast. So Slark wants to close the gap onto BZZ. But BZZ, how fast is he compared? Oh, leap cancelled in mid Invoker with that Tornado. It is going to cost him his life from that Death Ward now as well, and the Dream Coil comes out. Kunkka, I'm not sure if he gets himself away from this because there's going to be another leap in 8 seconds. BZZ, he needs to run, he needs to get that X-Max support, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get himself away. The damage, the Phantom that right clicks, and Naive eventually secures that kill. Khan given as good as to get. 10 to 12. Nearly 15 minutes in on this, and bouncy runes. I think it should go in favor here of Team Khan.
Dire structures are fortified.
Illusion's gonna try and move himself again into the trees to try and do what he can, but the orb will spot him out. Ice Path out, and Macropire off the mark. Nobody caught out in that, so that tier 1 tower will go down. Meanwhile, 2-man stroke of fate. Which way do the bounties go? Yeah, it's going to be all 4 bounties going the way of Team Khan here. So they will pull this net worth gap back in their favor. Beastmaster with a Helmet the Dominator. Luna. What's she got herself? Helmet the Dominator here for the Luna too. Picking up, this is what we're talking about, the Alpha Wolf. With the pack leader's aura, the bonus damage, as well as the crit strike. Well, I suppose that's just for the Alpha Wolf. But even that, the pack leader's aura for the extra 30% bonus damage, you've got to be looking at what Luna's putting out early. So nearly 200 damage with no real items at level 11. And that pack leader aura goes for everybody, so Kunkka's going to benefit on the Tidebringer from it, from his right clicks as well. Invoker, once he starts putting out the Exhort orbs as well, that's really going to boost up his damage. But for now, just sticking with the Quas.
Dire are scanning.
Cold Snap EMP is queued up. It means the Cold Snap can set up for a good Ice Path. Tornado comes out. So what's he giving up? He's giving up the Cold Snap for that on a Pubber in the trees. Are they going to go with the Ice Path for this? There it is. And Pubber going to be locked down. The Macropire instantly cleans off the trees as well. X marks the spot. The boat being committed for the position 4 Witch Doctor. Naive TP's in, but they need to wait for this Dark Pack to come out before they go in with the Cold Snap. Looks like Cheshire Cat wants to chase. He's going to get the TPs away. The Ice Path, is he going to get that roar off? He doesn't throw it out. So both the Kunkkas, both the Invoker get themselves away. Bansko may pay with his life. But if it secures an escape for both his core heroes, he's going to be fine with that. And Illusion just hides himself out in the trees. He's going to TP himself away here now as well. Other blink forward. Dream Coil onto Invoker. Invoker is going to be able to get himself away. Not with the Silence, not with the Stroke of Fate, not with the Inkswell. An Invoker 2, 2, and 7. Not the greatest start for him. Meanwhile, Arrow 3, 2, and 6. But Khan, they want to carry on putting this pressure on. They want to take this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And the way they're setting up as well, with Naive behind the trees looking for the pounce, they need to wait for the next creep wave. But if anybody had rotated in on this tier 2 tower to help defend it, he was in the trees to look for the trees, to look for the pounces for anybody behind this tier 2 tower. They rotate themselves up, the BZZ. He's going to be slowed up by the diffuser blood. The right clicks the Maldic now as well. Pops a bow, but Naive, the Death Ward should finish the job. And even the Soulbind now as well. Ice Path, just a little bit too short to cancel that Death Ward. And Bansko puts himself in trouble with the EMP with the Tornado. So Naive will be mana down, but he doesn't care. He just goes for the right clicks, the stats. Does the damage that way. He damage found himself a Philosopher's Stone. That's quite nice for him. as they move themselves into Roshan. I don't think Unique can contest this. Not with what they've got so far, anyway. Sunstrike comes out, but it's a little bit too late. TPs as well, but the rotations aren't going to be there in time. As Roshan will fall to Team Khan. Palintimos here, with his People's Gift, the extra stats for the mana, especially when you're looking for a Lucent Beam that's 120, the Eclipse is 200, so that extra mana is nice. And the survivability plus 13 strength, just having yourself 17, 20 health at the minute, gonna go a long way in these fights, just to keep yourself active. Oh, the tornado comes out, so they are going to be able to snatch this outpost, but it's going to take a little bit longer. But BTZ 19 team do reveal themselves. Naive, trying to run behind, trying to cut this off, trying to find this rotation. They find the Alpha Wolf, but the X marks the spot. Onto Naive, the Lucent Beam, the Dark Pact, the EMP drags back. But Naive with a leap away. Isn't going to be effective though. Torrent onto Puck, still gets that bounty rune. But you've got to look at this. Khan are already grouped up for a 5-man, or a 4-man I should say, as Cheshire Cat is trying to do what he can in the top lane, find this farm. Yeah, it's already got himself the Spirit Vessel. Invoker, did he go for it? Yeah, so Invoker and Beastmaster both have the Spirit Vessels now. But Invoker with no charges on it. Needs to be finding these kills. Finding at least himself in the proximity of kills, but the kills have slowed down now for Team Unique. So Invoker with the Forge Spirit. Okay, we're gonna pause, so hopefully it won't be too much longer, but he's not actually picked up any talents just yet. I guess he just wants the points for now. Nobody playing? Cool. Yeah, so he just wants to be stacking up the points. Not bothered about the talents just yet. As he gets himself closer to the Yule Center, about 600 gold away. Illusion. They seem naive. So they shut us. Oh, Lucent Beam. Are they going to try and go for this? X marks the spot, comes out. He does still have that Dark Pact though. It's going to be the Torrent. He leaps himself away. He's still stunned up by the Lucent Beam. Getting swell. They're going to try and go for this, but the Overgrowth catches 3 of them. Again, the Dark Pact though for Naive. So they get the kill onto Pubba. They've taken down Yamich with the Soulbind being active and the cat bouncing around though. Team Unique. Do you want to group up? Do you want to get at least this tier 1 tower in the mid lane? Do you want to start pulling the kills back, pulling the net worth back?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
X marks the spot, Lucent Beam now as well. Naive does still have the leap as well as the Dark Pact, so that's going to get him out of the Torrent stun. And he does have the Aegis as well, so they're not really going to be contesting the kill on Naive here. They just take this tier 1 tower, back themselves away. Invoker gets himself 3 charges on the urn. Sorry, on the Spirit Vessel. Tornado comes through, but the phase shift is going to be there though. And no follow-up, no ice path. So nothing to keep the puck locked down here after that phase shift came out. Alright, we're going towards the Desolator. We have seen this puck build. I like this puck build. Just because you get the phase shift attack, or the Lucent Beam, the Cold Snap now as well. He's going to be able to orb himself away here. Tornado sees the phase shift, so 19 teens should be able to get himself in range. Deafening Blast, not going to be in time. An Arrow with the blink. Sunstrike is going to be onto Arrow though. The Lucent Beam, another charge of the urn. Using the Dream Call to keep them locked down here, but he's going to be able to get himself away. Urn still taking him down, or the Spirit Vessel, sorry. Puck does still survive the TP. As the TPs, they need to come out on this top lane now as well. They find the kill onto BZZ. Pubba will be taken down. One more right click. That Voodoo Restoration, not enough. And the Ice Path locks down Slurk. In his Shadow Dance to Tornado now as well. EMP. Now you're going to try and get that sleep away, but there's going to be a whole lot of damage coming through. They do have those Spirit Vessel charges. The TP up here by Pubba as he respawns as the Aegis will be popped. Ice Path now as well, so no Dark Pack to get himself out of this. It looks like they do have the damage on the Slug and Naive leap, but he leaps himself into his death, and Pubba TP'd himself up here just to die once again. Was that a die back by the... I think it was by the Witch Doctor? Let's wait for this fight recap. Yeah, it was a dieback on the Witch Doctor, so they only lose BZZ, who's back alive now. Did he buy back? Nope, just respawned. So Team Unique started to find their balance in these fights, but the Puck didn't have the Dream Coil. It was already used on the bottom lane, so he could escape. So wasn't fighting at his full potential though, Arrow. Kunka sees it. Gets that X-Max spot off. There is no phase shift for the next couple of seconds, so the right clicks the damage with the EMP. Do they have the lockdown onto Arrow? He's going to go for the phase shift, dodges off the EMP. Ice Path though, he gets a blink in time. So Arrow does survive through that. 3, 2, and 6 though on the Puck. Team Unique, I think I'm gonna look for more fights. They did win the last one quite handily. Clips, how far off is that? 27 seconds. Oh, the roll comes out onto the Beast. From the Beastmaster onto the Kunka. But Cheshire Cat's just going to use it to keep himself alive. Arrow now with the Dream Call. Is he going to try and go for the blink? The Tornado does miss. They see where he is. Arrow is going to be able to catch at least 2 with the Soulbind and the Dream Call now as well. Axes fly through. Kunka trying to do what he can. And Palintimos with the BKB. So that's 2 big ultimates down, but it did cost him a bow. Eclipse comes back up. Oh, Eclipse could be popped now as well. Pubba taking a whole lot of damage. It will be the death of him as the Eclipse now phase changes targets onto the Slug. Ice Path as well onto the Beastmaster. He had no roll. The Leaf Naive leaps himself into danger into a Macro Pyre as he takes down Vanscore. The chase is on Naive. He's going to be able to use that Shadow Dance to get himself away. Arrow on the back lines behind enemy lines. Naive though, the Lucent Beam is there. The chase is on. The Grasp just doesn't do enough. Another Lucent Beam. Naive X-Max the spot, the Dark Pack and the BKB, so he's not going to be dragged back. But Arrow could be in danger. He's going to be using that phase shift away. Does he have the blink? The Tornado was just a little bit too early. 19-teen still finds the kill. But this T1 tower does still stand. There's Siege Creeps pushing this out, so they need to push this lane in before they get anywhere on the tier 2s. And it looks like Team Unique, they're just going to back themselves away. Don't actually go for the tier 1 tower. So Yamich, what's he go? Beastmaster? What was he seeing the Necrobooks on there? Onto Illusion. Okay. So Yamich, the Lucent Beam, stuns him up, the Nature's Grasp, and the Ice Path, and pretty much everybody just ganging up on poor Yamich here. But they want to go in the Tornado. Oh, they see Pubba, the Ice Path that slows him down, the EMP for the damage, even the Soul Vessel. Sunstrike is off the mark. He's still ticking down though. He's got that Voodoo Restoration cast. Will not bounce because of the Yule Scepter. Did he want to go further? He'll be able to get himself away. Lack of follow-up and teammates on 19-team means that Pubba does survive. That's going to be really useful on either... probably not Yamich. He probably wants to keep this Philosopher's Stone. And Witch Doctor has the Van Braces, so probably doesn't want that. Remember the name? The stone? The Craggy Coat. Tornado, Cheshire Cat, Ice Path now as well. The EMP down with the boat to keep him locked down. Carry on going, lads. He's not dead yet. Nobody playing? Cool. So, Cheshire Cat, there is the start of a Sunstrike. You can just see the thin being cast, and Cheshire Cat, 506 health. Sunstrike, so it's not going to do enough to kill. Especially, does he still have a boar in there? I don't think so. I think it was killed off. But Kunkka, he's a little bit faster, and by a little bit, what's that? Over 100 move speed faster. So should be able to catch up with Cheshire Cat throughout this last right click with the Tidebringer here now as well. Oh yeah, the ball was just cleaved down behind BZZ. Van's Core, he's actually going to throw the Macro Pyre out to secure this kill. And Cheshire Cat doesn't survive through this, or if he does, he's going to be a very, very lucky player. With the Spirit Vessel damage though. And the burn from the afterburn, the liquid fire, the dual breath damage. I think it's enough. Somehow, call me crazy, even with these 10 magic stick charges. The extra 150 health. I think it's enough. In fact, is it a heal or is it just a straight restore? On the magic stick, it says restore. So is that impacted by the Spirit Vessel?
Interesting.
Let's take a look at the items. This break is taking longer than I thought. I'm just waiting for it to kick back off so I can get straight back into the fight, but obviously not to be just yet.
You should have known better.
So Naive, Diffusal Blade, but what's his net worth looking like? It's not too bad. He's about 2,000 behind the Luna, who does have the BKB up the Yashi, going towards that mad style. In fact, the courier is there waiting to pick it up. So Palantimos only about this creep wave away. Cheshire Cat, he's dead. He doesn't have the mana for the roar. Even if he did, by the time he turns around, tries to throw it out, he's probably dead. Arrow in the mid lane. Got that Desolator working towards the Ag Scepter. But he is a little bit behind. He had a good start over 19, but he's just a little bit behind now. Yamich, what's he got? Got himself the regen as well as the Aether Lens. The win chance trending in favor of Team Unique. There was a point where I thought genuinely Team Khan, they wouldn't take up the momentum when they got the Roshan. When they took this, I thought, right, they can just 5-man here, you know, look for towers, look to take map control, but Team Unique, finding pickoffs, you know, came back into this, got themselves a 4k lead as well as another, I think it was like 10 kills. They were on like 13 kills. Okay, Cheshire Cat, is he going to survive through this? Being chased down, Sunstrike, Macropire comes up, he moves himself north. But he does still die, killed off there by BZZ. Meanwhile, the mid lane, oh, Arrow, the overgrowth. They have enough damage to phase shift, so Torrent isn't going to hit, and is he going to be able to get that Plunk away? Arrow, chase is on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it inks, well, just to keep Arrow alive. Roshan up in a minute and a half here as well.
Radiant structures
So going to be good timing as Naive. Trying to trade out this tier 2. Luna already taking this tier 2 tower bot and primed to carry on going. Naive going to be contested though by the Kunkka. The X marks his bot. It just drags him back into the mid lane. Naive not going to be put off by this. There is no creep wave though. He has to wait for this to come back in, which will delay him just a little bit. Does he have the damage actually to right click down? I think he does. No backdoor protection just yet, and Naive gets the kill onto the tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they're working on the tier 3, and now that ice path keeps Pubba locked down. The X marks the spot, the EMP doing the damage, and Palanthmos going to be able to bounce around these glaives. Roar comes out though. It's going to be finding out the train protector. So he's already used that overgrowth. Force knocked himself away. Naive going to be taking a hold of the damage. Palanthmos with the BKB, and now going to try and trade this one off. He's going to be able to survive through this with the boat coming through now as well. Still has that BKB, the Dark Pact. Backlines, Perk. Oh, you don't want to be caught up here. Soulbound does come out onto the Invoker as well as the Jakiro. Ice Path doesn't actually hit onto anything. Perk, is he going to be able to get himself away? He does survive. So 19, just going to TP himself up. Just, again, finds a little bit of farm. Mindbreaker on the Luna. That's quite nice, but does he want to trade off the People's Gift for that? No, he doesn't. He's already sent it back. Naive. Just looking. Sunstrike in the Roche Pit. It does see Cheshire Cat, and he even gets bashed for daring to step up to Roshan. Cheshire Cat just getting all the punishment though.
I'll take that for my coffers.
So we're going to see a 5-man smoke. Necrobook's just pushing out the mid. Will be coming up against, I think, a smoke of their own here on Khan.
Radiant are scanning.
So the scan, the great wraparound comes, but the smoke's going to break Tornado onto the Slurk. Now Dream Core just onto the Invoker. Invoker uses that Yule Scepter. Ice Path comes out, blocks down Arrow. Now the Soulbind onto the Jakiro as well as the Kunkka. But do they have the damage onto this? Luna doesn't have that Eclipse for another 40 seconds now as well. The Death Ward is going to be bouncing onto Jakiro. Jakiro going to be taking the brunt of the punishment. There's Palanthmos, he's backed himself away with BKB. Macropire, Ice Path onto Witch Doctor, so that Death Ward could be cancelled now. But it looks like they're going to be able to kill off at least the Invoker as well as the Train Protector. Vansco's gone down now as well. The damage to get the return kill onto the Puck, and Illusion Train Protector still alive, just backs himself out even with that urn. So a 2-for-1 trade. Whose gem is that? It was Pubba's. Well, it's Cheshire Cat's now. But 3 versus 4, no buybacks on the Invoker as well as the Train Protector. They get the slow onto Cheshire Cat. Blink forward, Yamich with the silence onto BZZ, even using the Hawk to get the stun off. And the Inkswell Kunkka needs to run himself away. Dust has been popped, but now the Eclipse comes through. Palanthmos, he's ready to get back in the X marks the spot, but the leap only goes as far as the Train Protector. Good body blocks there by Illusion. Nasal Scrap doesn't actually catch Cheshire Cat. As he gets that TP away, or does he? He does. But Roshan, the opponent is there, 48 seconds without the Slark. And they want to be getting themselves into this pit. The damage just from Luna as well as the Wild Wing Ripper. You know, it's going to be fast enough. Illusion, though, does see Arrow. Oh, Arrow sees Illusion and throws out the Harass the Orb into the pit. X marks the spot. Ice Path. Going to be able to get himself away here, Puck. Or is he? Just goes himself. Good English, though. Goes north, sees a courier, finds a kill, might actually be able to get another one, and that's the Mindbreaker coming out for Illusion. Cold Snap, the silence though. Doesn't actually hit Ice Path, Torrent, but the blink is still there from Arrow. Safely away. This distracts from the Roshan. This is buying Team Khan time. So Arrow just buying the time and space. Great on this Arrow. Oh, the walk through the trees though from Illusion, sees the orb. Arrow Lucent Beam onto him. He finds himself in the grasp of Palanthmos. He's still able to get the blink of the Sunstrike though. Great prediction though. The damage onto Arrow. He's going to have another one. The Nature's Grasp comes out. He's got the phase shift available in the orb now as well. Should be able to get himself down. The blink again. God, the mobility and escape on this hero is just absolutely disgusting. An Arrow with... What? That was like a minute and a half he bought there. Pulled away from the Roche Pit. He just absolutely single-handedly pulled all 5 men from Team Unique away from the Roach Pit and bought time for Khan to respawn. Pubba though might be a little bit unlucky here. There's no vision to see it. There's another sentry. Jakiro needs to run himself away here. Vantico gets the force staff away, so that Dream Call not gonna latch. Where do they go with this? They're gonna try and steal that outpost back. So Yamich does secure 19, gets himself a haste here now as well. He might just go straight onto Pubba. Pubba just reveals himself with the cask. He wants to go here. 19 team. What's he got himself? No, not gonna go for the tornado. And this is surprising. Does he want to go for the Chaos Meteor in a little bit? But Parimatch walks him straight up. Naive with the Dark Pact. He's going to be able to get himself all down to the low ground at least. No, the X-Master's Belt comes out. And Naive, the BKB, it was a little bit too late. So the Force Staff, the Overgrowth's now going to be keeping Slark locked down. He's got himself the Shadow Dance, so will be able to escape eventually. Puck comes in with a good Drain Call onto Palinsamos as well as Illusion. But no follow-up here. From either side, actually. We want to be stuck up. Khan. Maybe looking for a fight as Roshan. Again, going to be started by Team Unique. No Dream Call. The Stroke of Fate comes through to spot this out. Illusion. The one lone tree. Oh, the creeps are pushing out of the bottom lane now as well. Naive gets himself in. Soulbind onto 2. BKB popped by Palinsamos, so right to Dennis. Naive gets himself back onto the top lane. But Cheshire Cat, the Eclipse damage is going to be there. The right clicks Pubba as well. Cheshire Cat killed off. Naive, Yule Scepter going to be cancelled by the Dark Pack. Gets himself again up to the high ground. Cheshire Cat does buyback and arrow this time onto a Torrent. So it's going to be 4. And a buyback. Yamich with the blink away. But Yamich, Cheshire Cat just need to retreat here. Look at this. Even the double siege creeps pushing in on this. And GG's going to be called. Khan. They just don't think they can defend this any longer. So they give up game number 1. 36 minutes in, 18 to 31, and a 12k net worth lead here for Team Unique.
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
I mean, yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. It's one of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm as coming in this here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. And Zame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. they're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find Xnova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's just toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Anna is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Anna, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Anna's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Anna, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level up the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Creeps. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink Calls-outs as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY. There with the snowball save, he's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson is running away. Xnova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the shrine, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that Xnova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. Xnova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, Xnova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wards that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. Is he ready to push in? Look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of Rack. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm, is it enough to do anything? It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the 3 of them, knocks them back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army is on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down. for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25.
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I get the head with this team fight. The LGD are for gold, but no blood taken with 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They fought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No Tail's praying for a Rosh right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jarek, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds it, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled.
He's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Anna's on his way over. They've got the snowball down, there's the Counterblade set, jumps in, he's able to fight the call onto Challenge, but Challenge already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB, he'll try and stand his ground, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jarex as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom row, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jarex. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. So he needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jarex. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jarex is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split, of course, up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this rack's on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Rosh is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to deward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roach fake out.
So Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. Oh, he's in. The call, the MP, the Cataclysm, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's got it up. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pause the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball. The snowball over to Thompson. The self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of Notel. FY will fall. Arme looking towards Notel. Notel puts the hand and God, but Notel beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind it, Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jarek's coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the two of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jarek's back in, the combo. Meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Monster Shield is gone. He's on top of Jarek. Jarek's is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus? And X-Nova is so low. As the buyback for Jarek's comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the charger. They find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find them off? They can. OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jarex onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with them with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus, he's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh, doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the doppelganger. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy Notel gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost, he's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back, real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead the PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25s now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refreshing shot. There's no way to get this. There's no way LGD can.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex now.
Yeah. The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE is
massive.
really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. For just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double Hex coming out now. Thompson and these 5-second BKBs. Yeah, I mean, they were rushing with their BKBs.
Being spotted out.
Got the vision. They're on top of him. Thompson, he's in trouble. The Nullify comes up, but he got the Ghost Walk off as well as the Hex in time. Now, Somnus turns up. The blood runs down. Thompson! He's dead for 100. Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
FY just with a Shadow Blade. It just, yeah, as soon as they split up, he finds the perfect opportunity there on Thompson.
You got to be careful going out on the map when FY's alive. There's every chance in the world that he's going to be watching you from the trees.
And at this point, I think for Ame, it's actually going to be very worth it for him to actually just try and burn all the mana from the Phantom Lancer, so we can't doppelganger all the time. That's causing huge issue in the team fights. And I see that Chalice is using his Dispel Magic every single cooldown on these Phantom Lance illusions, but there's still way too many that are causing havoc in this team.
It's too constant. Like that doppel cooldown being 3 seconds just allows him to always be able to play around a little bit around the brew. They don't really have like this crazy AoE when you look at LGD's lineup to just clear out those illusions. It's really a lot based off them just trickling them down slowly with like the Shivas and the Radiants and knowing exactly which one it is.
Yep, he doesn't have the crit talent, but now he does have crit from that Bloodthorn coming out.
It's a lot of damage that Anna can offer to the fights now.
And Brewmaster without BKB, very vulnerable. Cold Snap, Bloodthorn, Berserker's Call, there's a lot of ways that they can prevent him from getting that ult.
He just commits it from the back, just to be careful.
Make sure that you can get it off and get some damage in onto the tier 3s. Anna's going to start to try and fight against these Primal Split Brewlings. He'll be able to find one of them. He has been silenced. He'll take down the Wind Panda 2 as well by the looks of it. There's only the Earth Panda prevails. Seb jumps and he gets the call onto the Panda, popping the BKB as well, so they won't kill the Brewlings off. They do force PSG LGD away long enough that Thompson does not have to expend his buyback. Thompson back in the game.
And they're utilizing the PL very well too by replicating him, sending illusions to get some extra damage on the tower. It's just one Rax left that's holding LGD away from Mega Creeps.
And they're straight out. They're ready with the aggressive play. OG. Thompson, can he find a catch? He's close to having vision onto X-Nova.
Should be able to find X-Nova. He is stalking him. He got sights of him for a second. He was a bit far away though.
Oh, the tornado. It's got him. Thompson drops the combo down upon him. The stun comes out though. Oh, the counterplay. Jax is there though with the heal, the tether. Keeping Thompson alive with the Abyssal Blade down. Candace here, the hand of God comes through. Thompson still alive, but Chalice gets the Primal Split out. He's been stunned. Thompson, the cheese, he's fine. Thompson, he goes down. They get the kill onto the Evoker. No tail. Being chased by Arme. The bash is coming through, but the Blade Mail was already out from Seb. He tries to get the call off. The bash of the Cataclysm isn't enough to find the kills. Anna leading forward. The Bloodthorn onto FY. Gets the kill onto FY. FY bites back straight away. Anna looking more Somnus again. The doppelganger. Arme on top of Thompson. Thompson being saved by Jax. Jax with the tether. Arme turns into General General. There's the call. Seb, he catches Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes to Hex. They've got Somnus as well. Oh, gee. Double kill for Seb. The clutch buybacks coming into play. Nobody has a buyback available right now. As OG stand with 5 alive on the map, 100 seconds without the Morphling.
This doppel talent is just destroying LGD. They have no way to actually find Ana. Like Ben said, the Brewmaster's constantly using the Dispel, but it's so hard to find the real PL amongst all these illusions in all this chaos of the fights with tornadoes and chaos meters and everything falling all over the place.
And look at this. The tier 3 tower falling. Anna frontlining it all. What's he scared of? The Blood Bride will come out. Chalice with the Shiva's Guard trying to initiate. But Anna, he's poking, prodding, beating down, and on the side, Thompson jumps in. Chalice gets in with the BKB with the call. Seb, he's got the disability. Chalice to them, the damage they got on top of Chalice. He's into the snowball. FY buying time for him, but now he's vulnerable. He's gets Hex, he gets Bloodthorn. Chalice buys back. Straight back into the game. Anna trying to find his attention onto X-Nova. Chalice leading forward. The tornado going to be off the market. Only catches out the Bloodseeker, but Seb, he's looking for the follow-up. Jumps in, gets the call. The BKB was out in time. The bananas on top of it. Now it's Seb's got the blade on FY with the snowball again. Thompson, Jax focusing the Rags. Thompson gets the Hex up onto X-Nova. Seb healed up by Jax. Anna still full health at the moment as the Brewlings are pushed back to the base. OG get the bottom melee Rags. As still 30 seconds to play without the Morphling in the game. They move towards the mid lane. OG, can they really get it all here? The mid rack's falling. They've taken a full second set. 15 painful seconds for LGD.
They're gonna keep going. They want to claim their megas.
Another tier 3 falls. OG onto the final set of racks that LGD have left standing. Azana, he gets kicked back. He's separated from the team, but he has the double gagger. He's been ruptured. He needs help, but he needs it now. Jared in with the tap of the hand of God. Give it that double heal. The relocate as well. Jared gets him out. As OG will successfully disengage before that Morphling's back in, as they found both racks. Jerax will die for this one, almost certainly, as he looks to tether across, but the nullifies upon him. He has buyback though, and OG just took so much away from PSG LGD, as they only have a lone range track standing on the top lane.
I can't believe this. This is only 3 racks left in this game. And one of them is a range racks on the side of LGD. Buyback status. I saw X that was buyback. It was only like 600 or 700,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But JRX also kind of in that same net worth territory, looking at a very cheap buyback. But 2 in the game left. IO and the PL. PL is almost unkillable at this point. Like, even without the Wisp, it's still really difficult. With the Wisp, just don't even try.
We'll see this again. It's a save here from JRX.
The control is just not there, and they don't have the way to kill all these illusions constantly. And of course, look at JRX coming in, starts that relocate channel, and is able to get it off. No one gets the control on him.
Keeping it cool at the time that it means the most, but he's still...
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remain. Radiant team pick.
Witch Doctor.
Radiant team pick.
Grim
Dire team
Ember Spirit.
pick. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to the second game of Team Unique versus Team Khan. I am your caster, Robin Roll Gaming, and we're going to be getting straight into this one. As Khan, they need this to come back, so they pick up the Grimstroke Ember Spirit combo. I talked about this in the last draft. Such a good combo. You get your Ember Spirit with at level 2 with this Sleight Fist Searing Chains. You can Sleight Fist yourself up, get those Searing Chains, and then when you get back to where you've Sleight Fisted from, just walk up with the Intwell and get that extra stun. The Grimstroke with the Stroke of Fate damage comes through as well. It is such a nice combo. It's such a smooth combo to watch as well, if both players know the timings on it. Meanwhile, Team Unique, they pick up the Death Prophet, they pick up the Witch Doctor, they ban out the Shadow Demon, the Beastmaster, the Quap, the Phoenix, as well as the Lycan. Khan taking out the Trim Protector this time, as well as the Timbersaw, the Nature's Prophet, and the Enchantress. It's quite interesting that Void Spirit was a first ban material hero last month before. Yeah, all throughout last month. In the CIS scene, and then these two teams don't even bother with the hero from what we've seen so far. Just absolutely letting it go through, no fuss, no, oh yeah, no, we've got to keep an eye on this. Is Kunkka taken up by Khan? Don't want to be giving that over to BZZ once again. Quite effective on it. Team Unique. They've got the Witch Doctor, which I assume is going to be position 4. It'd be interesting to see if they pick up anything that benefits from the stuns from the cask, just to help set up. Or whether this Witch Doctor... I mean, like in the off lane, whether they're going to go for... You know what? Something like a Wind Ranger. Maybe not now. Not with the Rubik being picked up. As Team Unique, what is it going to be for them? Yeah, I like this as a position 4 as well.
Radiant
Again.
Earth Spirit.
Okay, so this is going to be the Witch Doctor 5. Yeah, I like the Rubik pickup. Again, synergizes with the Grimstroke Ember Spirit. You can get the telekinesis off, use whatever hero you want to walk up with the Inkswell after the telekinesis pulls whoever's been caught up back. Serum Chains again sets up. There's a lot of gap closes
10 seconds
between Rubik and Ember Spirit just because of the telekinesis, the Remnant forward, but also the Serum Chains and the Sleight of Fist combo. So it goes well with that. It's a nice pickup in the pots 4 as well. Yeah, Mars, again, goes well with the Rubik. Telekinesis sets up with the Spear. The Ember Spirit with the Serum Chains sets up the arena. There's the Grimstroke Inkswell inside the arena, the Soulbind that anybody gets caught in that. As far as the heroes go, there is great team fight potential, great synergy from the pickups from Khan already. It's going to be interesting to see. I assume this is going to be the safe lane Ember Spirit with the Grimstroke as a position 5, so I assume Khan are still looking for that mid laner. As Team Unique go back for the Luna.
Dire team back.
I suppose, unless you have a disarm from Khan, Luna with a BKB, a Helm of the Dominator, can sit in an arena as long as she doesn't get pinned. With a spear, can sit and just right-click bounce those glaives around with the Eclipse as well. Make it really hard for Mars and Khan to really fight inside this arena. With Death Prophet being able to put out the Exorcism as well, things like the Witch Doctor's cask bouncing around. So Team Unique may already have an answer for the Mars in his arena, as well as the setup for the rest of Khan. But I do like the combination of Khan so far. Is it going to be enough to win the game? I'm going to say not just yet. Depends what the last pick is. They do have final pick as well, so they can respond to whatever Team Unique pick up in this last slot, which again I assume is going to be, well, it could be the off lane. Death Prophet, usually this mid laner. What did he want here? Khan. Dragon Knight wouldn't be too bad in the mid lane, just for the potential push from the third dragon form. Very tanky hero as well. The damage reduction coming out from the Breathe Fire onto a Luna who does want to be buffing herself up again with the Alpha Wolf with the Blessing.
Dire team pick.
Gyro is going to be the final ban. Yeah, Call Down as well as the Flat Cannon would go well with the Mars Arena. But again, I think it's going to be this Ember Spirit safely. I think something like a Puck would have been a better ban. Queen of Pain is already banned out. The Phoenix is already gone there as well.
10 seconds remaining.
And it'll be a little bit more clear once Team Unique picks up their hero. Okay. Team Unique gonna go for the Dragon Knight of their own again. Hero, the Breathe Fire will do a lot in terms of the team fights just because of the damage reduction. It's a push hero as well once you get that Dragon Knight form up, the Dragon form up, the Elder Dragon form with the Luna pushing with the Glaives, the Luna Blessing.
10 seconds.
As Khan,
5 seconds.
they want to be going back for Monkey King. Wouldn't be too bad. The Wukong's command over an arena, if you catch 2 or 3 heroes out on that, Storm Spirit, again, could be an Ag Storm Spirit with the Vortex to drag back in, catch a couple of heroes off the mark there as you dive in with your Ball Lightning, and then set up with a Mars Blink into the arena. Doesn't do too bad against the Dragon Knight either, because it's magic damage that you're putting out against the Dragon Knight, so the extra armor, the extra regen, you know, it doesn't really benefit, though it might be... Ember Spirit can go for the Spirit Vessel, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a Spirit Vessel picker here for the mid lane for Khan, if you want to put this Ember Spirit in the safe lane. Faceless Void. Again, it's got the setup there, it synergizes well with what Khan have got going at the minute. We've even seen Weavers being played, though would he play it? Maybe put the Ember Spirit, yeah, in the mid lane. Put that Weaver down so you can throw out the Swarm over the arena. And Khan are really thinking about this.
Choose your hero.
Okay. It's a little different. Wasn't something that I would have predicted to be picked up here by Khan, but you do have the illusions that can be dropped from the side, from the Terrorblade right back onto Team Unique. You know, he's going to have that metamorphosis, so he's going to be able to sit outside the arena, do a lot of right-click damage. He's got the potential to snowball. It means that they need to shut down Parimatch, because his glaives will be able to deal with the Terrorblade illusions. Things like the Witch Doctor cast as well. If he gets isolated, the Witch Doctor is going to be able to lock him down with the bounce off his own illusions with the cask. The Maledict will be a decent amount of burst damage as well. So yeah, it looks like it is going to be the mid lane Ember Spirit, Pubba on the Grimstroke this time, Yamich on the Rubik, Cheshire Cat playing the Mars, and Naive on that position 1 Terrorblade. Meanwhile, Team Unique, they pick up BZZ's Dragon Knight, Parimatch on the Luna, once again, Illusion this time on the Earth Spirit, 19 playing the Death Prophet and Vance Core on the Witch Doctor. Gonna have to see which team, I mean, as far as the team lineups go, I think it's gonna come down to the position 1. Whether the Terrorblade is going to be able to get ahead or the Luna starts to race ahead, I think that will be the decider here.
Yes, I just did that. Wait for it. In strength. Wait for it. Is victory.
So starting off with pause, hopefully again it won't be too long. And we did see Team Unique go for the 5-man smoke last time. Okay, items not picked up. Whether they're going to go for it again, because Witch Doctor does have it. So are they going to go for it here? Vance Core, does he want to pop it straight away? Yeah, so they're going to go into the opposite side. You went for the off lane last time, rotated through and around, like up this to the high ground here, stood and waited. This time they're going to make the opposite play, smoking through. Let's see what everyone's got. Crypt Swarm coming out for Death Prophet, Cask for the Witch Doctor. Okay, Lunar Blessing. Dragon Knight probably picks up the Breathe Fire because he's going to want that in lane. Arrow. See that going down. The Rubik as well, making a rotation behind. So Yamich wants to steal this rune, but they're going to be able to find the Terrorblade now as well. So Naive is going to be able to get himself out of this. He's going to be holding the damage, and Naive,
This reward transcends expectation.
just runs himself away. So maybe the lack of follow-up stun from the Lucent Beam. Again, the cask, the Boulder Smash was there, but it wasn't enough. As outposts will be traded. BTC, did he see the vision? He does see Yamich, and Yamich needs to weed himself out with the Tango now as well. So Yamich is going to go for the runaway, but it looks like they're going to be giving up with the Dragon Tail. He actually picks the Dragon Tail up level 1 now as well. Cask not going to bounce or anything, but it's going to be enough to get the lockdown.
Dragon draws first blood.
And bounties will be traded. It looks like Naive, once again, just going to be playing musical lanes here. And it is going to be, like I say, 19-teen in the mid lane. So let's see how Arrow and 19 are going to do in the mid lane. Just because the Flame Guard, whether he picks that up early, it is going to be very nice up against the Crypt Swarm. Okay, Naive. He's already started to move himself back down. Top lane, Cheshire Cat and Vanscore going to be soaking some XP. But again, Palantimos, the rotations, they have begun. What's he pick up and up? At level 2. Yeah, it is going to be the Flame Guard. Spirit Siphon is magical as well. Top lane though, Cheshire Cat. Does he dive onto Vanscore? Vanscore's still only level 1. He does have the... Get off. Does have the tangos, so he can eat himself through and around. Get himself back. He doesn't even really need to eat himself through. He can just... Or maybe just this tree. Just eats himself through and again back around. He will be picking up his level 2 now as well. Dragon Knight. The match starts. This is just, I know they're trying to get the lane advantage, you know, get the best matchups you can out of this, but this is such a dumb thing to watch as a caster. Just watching your position 1, just constantly moving, like missing out on XP. Oh, they're gonna go with the Inkswell onto Pubba, but oh, Pubba got it on the Inkswell himself, and there was no Lucent Beam to follow up, so Pubba can just walk away. Illusion. Is he going to block the pull though? Looks like he just blocks the stack. Yeah, he makes it on both of them. Cheshire Cat will see Illusion. Does he go with a spear to try and pin him to a tree?
This reward transcends expectation.
And BZZ. Naive has popped that Metamorphosis. Again, level 1 on this, so that's just going to be the only thing he's got. But Dragon Knight is going to be able to throw out a Dragon Tail to stop the last hit on the range creep. Or just... It wasn't the range creep, was it? It was just a normal creep. Mid lane, Arrow still taking punishment, but taking less because of the Flame Guard. Which will be wearing off. 19 team though has the damage. So Team Unique pick up another kill. Rolling Boulder comes through onto Mars. The kickback now into a Lucent Beam. The right click Cheshire Cat using that Fairy Fire to try and keep himself alive. Spears the Luna to the tree. Inkswell and Cheshire Cat should be able to get himself away even with the Lucent Beam. One more right click. Does Earth Spirit have the move speed? I don't think he does as the Salve gets propped on Cheshire Cat. Illusion. Rolling Boulder, but it's off the mark thanks to that God's Rebuke. Pushes him back far enough. Yami's chasing underneath the tier 1 tower with the Inkswell as well as the Stroke of Fate. Not going to be enough, and Palantimos picks himself up a kill. Cheshire Cat did have the spear, but Palantimos moves himself back out of range. Still needs to be careful because what's the damage? It's only level 1. Only 100 damage, and a Salve from Illusion will now get Palantimos back up to a decent amount of health. Illusion? What did he do? Cheshire Cat, did he come too far forward? It looks like he did. And the Rolling Boulder enough to get that kill onto Cheshire Cat. Mid lane, 19 team. This is a tier 1 tower. You dive in here, mate. You've got to have your math completely right. One more right click, and he does. The bottle, will it keep him alive? He's still taking tower shots, but the aggro changes off. Rubik rotating in, has 1 point into the Fade Bolt, 1 into the Telekinesis. Wouldn't have been enough damage. But Yamich will just soak a little bit of XP. Meanwhile, top lane, the Breathe Fire comes out, the Dragon Tail, the cast passes through, the Maledict, and Terrorblade. Well, Naive, I guess this isn't the lane you want to be on, as he will pop to the Maledict. Vanscore not even giving him a chance, gets it with another right click.
Dire are scanning.
The scan comes out, it's going to see the rotation from Yamich, so Witch Doctor just backs himself away here. Vanscore doesn't want to be giving up any advantage on this top lane. 5 minutes though. Does he want to try and invade for the bounce? I think this is what he's looking for. Yamich on the high ground. Going to go for the pull. There is a Telekinesis up if he wants to delay this, but he should be able to get himself here, Yamich. To the bounty. Yeah, it's going to be a fight in the bottom river though. It picks this up. Illusion with the boulder kick coming through. Lucent Beam, so Illusion going to be able to get that rolling boulder. Inkswell won't actually latch. Pubba, though, does have a clarity as well as a salve to regen up. That's going to be 3 bounties going the way of Team Unique. So BZZ got himself a soaring. Net worth-wise, he is well above, for an early game comparatively, well above Terrorblade. Terrorblade, though, with his illusions, got himself into a camp. Advanced core in the mid lane. They're going to be able to maybe take down Pubba now as well. He's going to try and run himself away. Yamich is here. Does have the Fade Bolt, has the Telekinesis, but the Exorcism. 19 has the damage. Advanced core with a salve as well underneath this tier 1 tower. The Exorcism's still going to be going, and with the Siege Creep now as well. Great timings on this rotation. How far is it? Exorcism, it's about 3/4 of the way through. So we'll still do the damage, but there's still three heroes here. Oh, needs to be careful. Fortification on the tier 1 though will negate the damage from the Exorcism. The Siege Creep will still do a decent amount of damage with these 3 ranged heroes. Yamich is an illusion. And the real Yamich just hanging back. Just top lane Naive. What's he doing up against BZZ? He's going to be able to find a few with this Metamorphosis that he popped. Mid lane. And back in the mid lane though, 19-teen, it might have been just a little bit step too far. Arrow with the Inkswell, he's going to be kicked away. Great kick. An illusion will cost him his life, but saves the Death Prophet. Top lane though, Luna's going to come in the rotation from Palentimos onto Naive, and Naive has popped that illusion, but it's not going to be enough. If you get the vision, the breathe fire, don't even need it. Cheshire Cat is going to get a little bit of space here, but 3 points into the spear. Didn't want to rotate top. He maybe just thought Naive was too dead, wasn't worth the TP when he can get close to getting this level 6. Get close to this arena. And one more creep will do the job. Dragon Knight rotates down, throws out that breathe fire. Cheshire Cat has the arena, but BZZ pretty tanky, even with a 1 point into the Dragon's Blood. So mid lane, Illusion's just going to be soaking up a little bit of XP, get him towards getting that Magnetize out. Maybe anybody going towards the Spirit Vessel? It doesn't look like it just yet. You know, Naive. TP down to the bottom lane. They're going to try and chase that Cheshire Cat. Where's the Dragon Tail? It is there, but it's underneath the tier 1 tower. You know what? Top lane, Yamich. There's going to be a Malediction, so do they have the damage? They definitely have the damage. And Palentimos gets that right click off. Gets the kill. He's actually holding a point here, it looks like, as well. Mid lane, oh, in the river, they're going to be able to find 19. Is he going to be able to get himself away with his Inkswell? They do have the Stirring Chains up in 6, but it looks like Caro doesn't want to risk it that close to the tier 1. The TP from Yamich down to the bottom lane. It's going to be the Dragon Tail coming out onto with the Rolling Boulder now as well. Is going to be the kick? It's actually going to be Mars kicked out of his own arena. But Cheshire Cat with this regen, look at how tanky it is. But BZZ looking to fly himself away. The Telekinesis comes out. The Remnant isn't. It should still be enough damage. So BZZ tries to turn around, get a kill onto Yamich. Inkswell as well onto Illusion. And Arrow gets himself a double. It does give 19-teen uncontested access to this mid lane tier 1. He's going to pop the Exorcism, clean this one up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Going to go towards the Yule Scepter, item 1. That's quite nice. For both the offensive and the defensive. Keeping yourself alive while this Exorcism's going as well. Just locking a hero down. Spear pushes BZZ back, and well, with the Tango, that is a lot of regen to be kicking out as a Dragon Knight, even with this level 1 Dragon Blood, which he probably will focus on stacking up now with how he was dealt with in that last fight. Vanscore and BZZ, they're going to be rotating over. Pubba is here to try and stop the snatch, but Illusion, we might be seeing a fight over this. The Stirring Chains comes in with a sleight of fist. Vanscore to cast the Maledict though. Flame Guard is up. Dragon Tail, the Rolling Ball does come through. Yamich on the back lines. He's going to get the Phase Ball onto Vanscore. Vanscore's trying to run himself away. Cheshire Cat not going to be able to claim this kill. Meanwhile, Parimatch does defend this top. The arena comes through. The spear onto the Dragon Knight now again. He actually went for the 4 points into the Breathe Fire. Spirit Siphon, it takes down the Mars with the Breathe Fire. And Yamich, do you want to chase further? Naive has rotated himself down, but Yamich will go down. And Naive, does he stick himself around for this? Take a look. It's 3 for 1.
Never refuse gold.
Arrow is going to be able to get that regen. Sorry, the bounty rune. Regen? What? Gets the bounty rune and gets the Ramen away. But 19 finds himself a DD. How's Luna doing? Let's take a look at the net worth. All 3 cores on the side of Team Unique. Top of the net worth. And Naive has a little bit of catching up to do. Do they have the vision on this? They just see it with the troll, but Naive is already running himself away. If that troll was a little bit faster with the Ensnare, might have been able to fail into kill into Naive. Parimatch does have the Eclipse.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And you can just see, even though he's not being ganked, Terrorblade's just being forced away from his farm. The jungle forced to... Oh, mid lane. Arrow, that's a little brave. He's going to come back with a sleight of fist, but the Spirit Siphon now as well. The silence onto the Ember Spray. He's not got a Flame Guard, not got a Remnant. It will be able to dive away just as that silence wears off. A couple of seconds later, though, an Ember Spirit. Well, bottom lane, it's going to be happening to Pubber. He gets caught up by 4. And I think Unique are just happy to stack up as 4 heroes. Look for the push potential. When these siege creeps start to come out, the timing is there. So yeah, with the DK form, it is only level 1. But it should be a trade for a tier 2 tower. Illusion as well on the backlines. He's going to TP himself up. Just try and deal with Cheshire Cat for now under this is tier 2. The silence, the TP from the Dragon Knight now as well. The Magnetize, the Rolling Ball, the Cheshire Cat. Well, the Dragon Tail stun will come through and Mars, the Breathe Fire finishes the job. Yamich though, going to be able to get that TP away uncontested. As the tier 2 tower on the bot lane does fall. Exorcism, how far away is that? Just needs the mana for it. And with an Arcane Rune and a bottle, he may be able to take this tier 1 tower on the top lane now as well. Does he want to pop it and move towards it though? It doesn't look like it just yet. Is this the Yule Scepter? It is. So popping on Clarity as well. He's got the Arcane Rune. Whether they won't go any further with this smoke, or maybe try and find a team fight. Pubber does move himself away safe. Oh no, he comes back into vision. The smoke's going to break. There's going to cast. It doesn't actually lash to anything, but Pubber, that is enough damage with the Death Ward. And Vanscore picks up at least 1. Meanwhile, back. And it's going to be the Searing Chains coming through. The silence onto the Ember Spirit. Do they have anything to follow this up? Another silence coming through from that Earth Ramen. And now, but they start to pin against the side of the arena. The Eclipse being popped. Parimatch can't get himself back into range now as well. Well, you'll set it up onto Naive. Naive maybe just a little bit too far forward. With the ball to kick as well, they're going to be able to lock down a good 2-3 heroes. Arrow needs to get himself back to send himself another remnant to dump to. The Cheshire Cat should be dealt with the Lucent Beam, with the Rolling Boulder. And again, Exorcism. Another 10 seconds, 12 seconds of that. He's going to get himself up onto the high ground here, 19-teen, using the... Well, Blink Dagger comes forward, BTZ, Rolling Boulder as well. The Breathe Fire, Pubber going to be slowed down by that Boulder kick. Is he going to be dealt with though? Did he have enough damage, or has Illusion gone a little bit too far? It looks like he has. As the rest of the team do retreat, Illusion... I guess it was the Magnetize that dealt with him though. Let's take a look. Yeah, it just finished off with the Magnetize damage. It was enough to take him down there. So even trade. Life for life on Illusion. And with this Arcane Rune, it has worn off now, but it puts the Exorcism on such a low cooldown. It's going to be back up in 26 seconds. Oh, Arrow. He's got no backup. He needs to be careful. He's going towards the Spirit Vessel to try and deal with the Death Prophet and the Dragon Knight. But net worth wise, he's not in a great position. You compare him to the Death Prophet. Already got the Yule Scepter. How the rotation's going to be? He just immediately remnants away as soon as he sees 19. Safest way to play it. BZZ has the Dragon form, 4 points now into the Dragon's blood. The Blink Dagger's up. We've already seen him reveal it. Oh, Pubba. You have the vision on the DK, they do. There's going to be a wraparound as well by 3 heroes. Palentimos doesn't have the BKB just yet, so it's going to be a remnant forward now as well. The arena, but he's already out of it. Searing Chains, Eclipse being popped, but I think they've got the kill onto the Luna. Or do they? Yes, they do. With the rest of the team, that's Soulbind. It might still latch. Words off. Pubba's going to go for the TP. Words the casket does cancel that TP away. Grimstroke. It sounded like the animation was going to be finished up, but the cast just in time. They're going to lose 2 for this. And Exorcism up again. Do they want to push in with this? Or was this just for the team fight? It looks like it was just for the team fight for now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
BZZ blinking himself forwards. No river room though. It was taken by Arrow. How's the Terrorblade doing? We've not checked in with Naive in a while. Still got that Ring of Tarask. Yasha going towards a Manta style, but he's a fair way off that. Meanwhile, Luna swap gears towards the BKB. Oh, the Vampire Fangs. Does he actually carry these? Is he actually carrying on with the Poor Man Shield? That's fair enough. Luna with the GG branch and the Ironwood tree. Quite literally the GG branch. Being able to drop those GG trees. Ring of Aquila could be a good swap for the Terrorblade.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Luna... Oh, the Vampire Fans aren't too bad on the Death Prophet. It's extra sustain. I wonder if anybody picks those up.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You do get the vision on Arrow in the river, but I'm pretty sure he has the remnant. The rolling ball that comes through, yeah, just instantly remnants himself away. DP, gonna go for the Essence Ring. Okay, that makes sense. Vambrace would be very nice on Cheshire Cat, but he's gonna use the Vampire Fangs. Cheshire Cat, the wrap around, they don't see him. He will do now as he steps up to this creep wave. Oh, the DK to follow up. He has the Blink Dagger, but Cheshire Cat moves himself through the trees. He knows heroes are missing. He doesn't want to be caught out. And BZZ, so seeing underneath this tier 1 tower. Cat just going to go for the TP away and look how far this lane's pushed up. DK. Skipping the creeps. Going back to this tier 1 tower. But it's just going to be him alone for now as the fortification does come out. The fortification means that the creeps can't be pushed back for 4 seconds as well. 19 team though doesn't cover. As Luna, the BKB. Some quick maths. 2650, 3650, so about 500 gold away. 400 now with that creep camp. Terrorblade, they're going to try and trade these tier 1 towers. No fortification left for either side. BZZ does get the top. Naive on the bottom. It's actually gone for the Sanjin Yasha, so gives up on the Manta. Goes back for the extra survivability.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Arrow in the mid. His remnant is there though, so it's the safe dive back if he gets caught out. Rolling boulder, it's going to be a slow one. Yeah, Arrow's just going to be able to TP himself back to base. But Parimatch, BZZ, as well as 19, they get the Roshan. Fresh BKB up on the Death Prophet. Solar Crest being worked to on the Dragon Knight. How's the Luna doing in terms of BKB? Does have it coming out now on the Courier. Solar Crest is there. So how far? Actually, he just needs himself the... Yeah, okay, he's got the orb.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And they're going to try and trade tier 2 for tier 2 naive. There's going to be a stroke of fate as well onto the creeps. How far is the exorcism? It was used for Roshan, so it's going to be down for 80 seconds. But Parimatch, if they get a tier 3 here, the trade becomes, the base race becomes ultimately quicker just because of these Moonglaives bouncing around on both sets of racks. So Khan, they need to come back for the defense. They're going to try and trade this one out. The TP by the Earth Spirit. They're trying to cancel the TPs by both Naive as well as Cheshire Cat.
Dire's bottom tower is under
As they trade this fight out, the Silence onto the Ember Spirit now as well. The Dragon Tail, Luna Beam onto the Grimstroke. They're going to be able to find the kill at least on the Soulbind. But both Vanscar as well as BZZ want to be moving forwards. Even with the Aegis though, Luna just wants to play it safe for now.
under attack.
Maybe goes back for the Manta style after all. It's coming through on couriers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Is this a Glimmer Cape? It is. It's going to be a Glimmer Cape for Vanscore coming out. Terrorblade does have the Metamorphosis, has the Sunder, but he's 2 levels below. Or the Lonesome Beam as well onto the Terrorblade. I think he'll be able to do the damage with the Eclipse as well as the Silence onto the Ember Spirit. No way out there. Arena comes through. Your Scepter up, 19 team, Telekinesis on him, does still have the BKB, is going to be popping it as Dragon Tail once again onto the Mars. Inkswell, Death Prophet, going to be stunned up and kept controlled, but not as controlled as the Mars. So 19 team. Just holding this Exorcism.
Tower is under attack.
Could take this tier 2 tower in the mid lane and look for a tier 3 tower with the Exorcism, with the Aegis. Dragon Form, how far off is that? 29 seconds. So it's some good timing here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The smoke up, all 5 men smoked, Naive. Just having himself letting the illusions do the work for now. Do they have the scan? There is a scan available on the side of the Dire. Rolling Boulder comes through. It's just a little bit too short to Naive, but the Boulder, it's going to be there. They find Naive. The Rolling Boulder comes through now as well. Terrorblade going to be stunned up and magnetized. Whereas the rest of the team, the Silence comes through, so he's not going to be able to sunder if they've got the damage quick enough now as well. Yeah. Naive to think he could stand so far away from the rest of his team and survive like that. So Parimatch on his own, but the rest of the team now start to rotate back him up. Arrow. And the Exorcism was held for that now as well. Dragon Form, it has been used, but still Exorcism really powerful at pushing. Or did he just want to try and find the kills here? Cheshire Cat, 19 team, is down here. Heal Scepter available. Oh, does he see him? I don't think he got the vision, and now he's blocked by the creeps. Death Prophet still holding that BKB. Luna, what's his BKB on? Still holding it as well. Dragon Knight gonna be going towards the Vlads, it looks like. It's just an illusion with how quickly it's popped.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And do they want to be going Dragon Form? 23 seconds away, but Exorcism is still there. Stroke Effect comes out, but with the DD, the Luna, yeah, they're going to want to be pushing onto this tier 3 tower. They want to be doing it. They get a kill onto the Rubik now as well. Yamich is down for 41 seconds. Fortification does roll and boulder as well. Can they find Cheshire Cat? The damage, it should be enough with the Spirit Sack and the Magnetize as well. He will tick down to Illusion. And the buyback, he's going to immediately have to go for this. The Soulbind onto the Death Prophet. He's popped the BKB. He's getting pretty low, but he's still got this one charge on the Spirit Siphon now. Palitimos, he's got himself the Moonglaive, sorry, to bounce through onto 4 minutes BKB still. Has the Eclipse. If he wants to go for this, the Lucent Beams, just look at the damage these Glaives are doing. Bounce into buildings, bounce into heroes. It's going to be one lane of racks. And Unique play it safe, back themselves up. Or do they? Do they want to go back in? The Dragon Tail's going to be there onto the Ember Spirit with the Silence as well. They're going to be able to get that clumsy net, so he can't run himself away. And the Lucent Beam. 45 or a buyback. Choice is on the Ember Spirit here. Arrow just got caught out and baited back in. Cheshire Cat, again, needs to be careful because there's going to be a rolling boulder coming around. There's going to be a blink Dragon Tail. And he's been caught out a couple of times. Yeah, the silence comes through from the Grit back. The Dragon Tail, the damage, the tip, just to damage his ego as well. BZZ claims another one, and that is a dieback for the Mars. He's already tried to get himself through once. Got caught out in the base, brought back for the defense. And now he's down for 57 seconds. Oh, Yamich. You don't want to be caught out here, but it's going to be Advanced Core. Is there going to be a rotation through? Dragon Knight is close by. You might be able to get the blink in the Dragon Tail. Naive is going to be there as well. BKB pop by Naive. Advanced Core taken down. Bottom lane. Yamich trying to do his best to push out. Pubba, sorry. Trying to do his best to push out. Meanwhile, Arrow just goes for the Remnant away. So, where do they want to be going here instead of Team Car? It's a 15k deficit. The Dragon Tail comes out onto Yam towards the follow. The Shiva's got the slow, the silence. He is gone. Naive needs to run himself away. 19, the rolling ball that comes through. Naive, he has the BKB up in 8 seconds though. Is he going to be controlled enough that they can find the kill before the BKB comes back up? Clumsy net, Yule Scepter. A little bit of miscommunication comes out with the rolling ball that comes through. The Lucent Beam, the Dragon's Tail. He does have the buyback if he wants to use it, which he might have to do. Exorcism is up. Dragon form, he might go for another one. Luna going to be pushing out this mid lane and creeping up with the rest of his team. Arrow gets himself back on the Remnant. Lintimos starting to push in. He wants to go again. He has the Manta style, so once this tier 3 tower falls, he can pop the Manta, really start to deal with these lanes of racks. Exorcism's being held, but maybe just to see if the fight breaks out. If you're looking at buybacks, Mars still doesn't have his for 4 minutes. Yeah, they want to go. The Manta style has been popped. BKB is there. The stun comes out onto the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit, the silence up, the damage is there. And Naive, even with the BKB, he's just going to be instantly taken down. This is just going to be GG, going to be called. Yamich even going to be taken down in the aftermath. The arena comes up, but the Aegis will go down eventually. As Team Unique take it 2-0, 38 to 8 kills and a 25k net worth lead, 29 minutes and 21 seconds. Team Unique
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for like the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
I mean, yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. One of the most damage in the game as an offlane.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're gonna struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, Ame's coming in this here.
Got to be
Wants
careful who
Jerax.
shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Ame to have this invis rune. As Ame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well,